Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to Humankind. We've just built the first couple of nuclear missiles and we are eager to use them. By the way, I do like just how much traffic is passing through this area. So let's check out what's going on here with these guys. We can't declare war on the Persians right away. Our war support is a little bit too low for that and we'll need to recover for a couple of turns. But it shouldn't take too long until that is the case. And one thing that I actually want to do is I would like to take you guys and can I move you up a little bit? Oh, Jesus, it's always these stupid lakeside things. Right, okay, let's move you over here. And then I guess we can move these tanks away at least. The tanks are going to stay where they are. Yeah, no, you know what, actually, the tanks are... Let's move the tanks, then you guys can continue the pillaging here. We're going to confirm that. And these tanks are, I think, going to try to grab this territory over here. And there's a reason for that. That is, we want to build the ICBM test. And I would like to build that over here because I really can't find any other place where that would potentially fit in. You can see it's massive. We really do need a lot of... Jesus, we can't even build it here, can we? Not until we get this territory too, I'm afraid. We would actually need both of these territories. This is gonna be... this is so annoying. It just doesn't fit anywhere. You can't place it anywhere where it has any overlap with any existing territory. So that's a huge bummer. We could place it in the middle of this terrain here, I think. But honestly, somehow I like placing it over here. But this little bit there is annoying because we'll need to place it a little bit here. We'll need to place it actually on this line over here. And that does very much mean that we will need to establish ourselves on this, in this zone over here. Well, we're gonna see. Right, the thin blue line. The human craving for macabre spectacles knows no boundaries, especially in an empire flush with many quarters dedicated to entertainments. Because of the deformities, some of the vast populations are exhibited as circus monster merely to say public curiosity. People from your cities pay to see them in cages like animals. Really? Sorry, what is that? What exactly... I did miss what was going on there. Oh well, it's gone. We can also think about what else we're going to build here. And I think we're pretty much going to go with a little bit of stability. I really would like this to be more concentrated on money. Can we build this up a little bit more, I wonder? We certainly can, so let's do so. And I think building this up here on the fringes is going to be alright. We should also try to clear some ruins from over here. Well, they are not technically there anymore, but we evidently can't do anything else here. Ah, well, that's always a little bit annoying. Okay, not too bad though. Babylon, you are our science district. You know what? Let's do try to place a geosynchronous orbit thing here. We actually do have this space station, so I think what we could actually do is place the lunar lander on there. Yeah, we can. So that's great. We're going to do that. Sure, you are definitely going to build the science thing. Speaking of science thing, you should be building the science thing too. Right, there we go. Naptar, you on the other hand, could support building what we've got over there. We do have a couple of researchers here, but not that many. So honestly, do go ahead and support building the lunar lander. And Kerma, you're going to do the same thing, actually. That will make that happen in one turn. So that's nice. Knossos, you guys were also building science, so let's continue to build this stuff, and that should be a-okay. Burning down more things here? No, that's a no. So that's going to be alright. You know what? Let's just station you here for... No, wait a minute. You will need to get into friendly territory so that you can actually heal up properly, and that will then be alright. Good, you guys can make your way over here. Just station yourself there. You guys are, I think, fine where you are. Same over here. Let's end the turn. We're going to get the lunar lander. Is there anything over here that's associated with that? Worldwide Web researched. Interplanetary expedition done. So that is lovely. Oh, by the way, notice how lovely this structure is. Yeah, that is properly Soviet. Right, another event over here, the Wild Frontier. Emergence of internet has yada yada yada. So what are we going to do? I think free arts does give us more influence on makers' quarters or on market quarters. I don't know which one we have more of, but this one here does give us more thing on liberty. It does give us more influence on emblematic districts too. So I think that's going to be the better choice. 1780. So let's consent to this. That's 200 more influence per turn. I like it. McKinney, you guys are fine for the moment. Let's actually check on this area down here where we did want to build that. So you guys, can you... Ooh, where are we going to actually build this then? This claim territory. That would actually take a while to be building over here. Whereas this would take 7 turns. But, here's the thing. If we do build it over here, I think we can move it someplace else pretty easily. Right? So yeah, let's do build it over here. Now, I'm not entirely sure how much influence that does cost. 170. That's alright. Then you can be moved towards down there, and that's just making that a lot faster than it otherwise would be. Good. I like it. You guys then need to claim this territory up here. Can I do that somewhere where it doesn't take ages? Like, for example, over there. Right, there we go. We've now got both of these territories. I'm not sure whether we can place this. Cannot be done in this territory. No, I think you will need to be actually adjacent, right? So we'll need to attach you, but we can do that. So that's good too. Right, and now we can place it. Why not over here? There is a district. Which district is there? I don't see anything. There's only... Was it the Salpeter? It's not the Salpeter. So it must be this thing over there. No, this is just ruins. Nature Reserve. Ah, it's this thing over here. Ah, that's just barely fitting in then. Nevertheless, let's do place it down. You're currently also building the food plaza, which really I don't think you need. We could be building this down there. I don't think that's a good idea, because that's going to be nuked in a short while. Right, other than that, you guys honestly do need a little bit more makers' quarters, potentially. To place one down here to get a bit more adjacencies. And let's actually prioritize that over the ICBM test, because I think, come on, you guys should be able to contribute to that, right? 2 turns, nice. Contribute to that, 2 turns still. Okay, fine. Babylon, you did the research thing? Yeah, you did. Can be placing more of these things. Let's not do that for a second here. I think ultimately... No, not while another national construction is going on. Okay, fine. Still, I don't want to place that because that might prevent us from placing these things in the future. So that's a no, I suppose. Right, sorry about the background noise. Not sure whether you can hear it. But we can place another research quarter there. Mickey, you're idle. You did build more money. That's generally fine. Do we need anything else here? Science per researchers? We don't really have any researchers. So, honestly, I think you're fine. Yeah, we're going to get the ICBM test then next turn, which is lovely. I'm sure you did build the science guys, so let's make sure that everyone is actually involved in science who can. You're generating a lot of food still, so we don't need to be too concerned there. Yeah, pretty much everything else is fine, so I suppose you might as well try to get a little bit more influence. And Hattusha, one of our monetary districts, can go for the trade fair, because why not? And Nossos signs again. Let's go for the symposium. Then we've got a couple of idle armies here. Do we need to move them out of the way if we're going to do the ICBM test here? I don't actually know. That's an interesting question to ask ourselves here. Right, we have also... Ooh, no, this is all hooked up. So that's great. Yeah, but you guys, if we do now control this territory, we might ultimately want to hook up the incense anyway. So yeah, this terrain up here though, is fine. We can burn down more things here. There we go. And end the turn. And check out what's going on down here. Neural implant. Nuclear weapon test. All of this is now devastated. Looks lovely. Also notice that this is right next to Lake Hiller. So that's interesting. Now the question is, what did that actually do for us? Evidently that was the last test. Did that increase the range though, I wonder? 32. No, it did not increase the range. Shame. So I think it's really only a veterancy level. Oh, but that does increase attack range. Got it. Okay, yeah, that does make some sense. Let's build another nuke here then. So I do want to get the nuclear missile. Anything else? No, I think everything else is fine. We did research something. What was that? Oh, the neural implant. For a lot more influence. Yes, nice. What else then? Mechanized. All of these things are good. Naval. No. I think we're mostly fine over here. Well, maybe computing for some additional stuff. On the other hand, these industry tiles. Yeah, but honestly, we are so fine in industry. Let's go for Mars entertainment. Propeller, military coordination. We could build bigger armies. It wouldn't be actually too bad. So, honestly, maybe let's do that. I want to consolidate a little bit my army so that I don't have to move that much stuff. So, let's go back all the way over here and backfill what we need. Okay, nothing here does do any good for us. This does give us a unit slot. Yeah, let's go for it. This does give us a unit slot. Let's go for it. Unit slot. Chartered companies are a nice thing. All of this is not really required. Line formation would give us a unit slot, but it's kind of too difficult to get there. Wholesale markets with a propeller, yes please. Garrison industry costs, not really that important. Naval air strategy and computing are nice, so let's try to get there. We don't need the free trade agreements. Yeah, that should be okay. We don't need any of the fighter things. And then we're going to go into Mars entertainment. Right. That should actually be relatively fast because a lot of these things are super old. So that should not be too much of a concern. Babylon. Can you go for the Mars colony in 6 turns? Does that end the game? The rest of the galaxy is only a matter of time. When does the game end? When exactly does the game end? Huh. It might be that that ends the game. So, in that case, let's actually not do that. Oh, we have placed it down. Ha, too bad. Too bad. Okay, we can't do it now. That's a shame. Do we want to do anything else down here then? Well, you know what? More research is always better. Let's continue to build that up. Your stability does carry that up. And let's make sure that all of that is followed. I'll sit down here, assure you've continued to do useful things. Let's increase influence still further. Stability is looking fine. Food is certainly looking fine. Mycenae. We can get the... Well, what can we get over here? More money? Yeah, let's build a trade fair. Napta, you've been succeeding in that. You know what? Let's do build up another thermonuclear device. I think we can actually get rid of one of these because we know that you don't have enough range. So we're going to disband one of you. And then you can continue doing your stuff there. You did build a trade fair, that's okay. I suppose we do have some scientists here, so let's do build that. And you know, why not the sewage plant? Knossos. There's no point in building more scientists here. So, well, I say that there's no point, but maybe we can expand into another area. A lot of this has been used, but you know what? Let's do it anyway. Civilian osmosis. Conscripts. No, we are going to refuse that. That does decrease stability here, but it's not much of an issue, so that's fine. You're building the food plaza, which I suppose is okay, but I think we might actually also want to build up an airport here. So, and by that I mean an aerodrome, because you will then be able to attack stuff over there. That's good. Right. Some units over here. We've gotten the thermonuclear device, and we know that that increases range. Well, let's bring you forward. All of these knights, backed up by nuclear forces. Right, and you guys just stay where you are for the moment. Let's bring you over here too. Stay. 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 And we're going to end the turn. Right, that should now tell us what's the range on the triple chartered companies, naval artillery, heavy infantry, war summons, siege tactics, new wonder can be claimed, an arrow star unlocked, merchant has been... Cool, so that's all nice. So what's your range now? Your range is still 36? So what does the actual common range give us? It's another 4, so that was 32? Okay, that's not that worth... That's really not that useful. I had hoped that the last thing over here would be a little bit better, to be honest. The last veterancy here. That's a little bit disappointing, but alright. Independent people. We can enact this. Or we can refuse to do that. We can do that. It doesn't cost too much. Well, it does cost a little bit, because now all of the other tenants here are going to be a little bit more expensive. So that might have been a mistake. By the way, can we claim a wonder? Yeah, we can. Lots of science, industry, Empire State Building. But we can't start building that because we have the Mars mission enacted. So, yeah, that's a no for the moment. Money per trader? Yes, please, and thank you. Bank, plus 10% money? Yes, please. Also science per population? Yes. That's a little bit backfilling stuff that we should have done ages ago. But I still think they're worthwhile now, so let's do it. Babylon, yeah, you certainly should try to build these things. You don't have any traders or anything, but you are generating some money, so let's build that up. Knossos, likewise, more science is always good for you. And you're also generating some money, so that's nice. Assur, you're doing the symposium. Let's actually try to squeeze these things in. They should be done fairly quickly. Yeah, they're pretty old at this point. So we do have a good ability to build that stuff. Right, so that's all cities, isn't it? At least it should be our bigger cities. Hatusha, what are you doing? You're building the tech park. I would very much like you to build the stock exchange and the other stuff here. Okay, that's fine. You're going to be able to do that. And you guys, you're building up so much thermonuclear stuff. Let's build that up. You're also generating some money. Yeah, okay, everyone is doing their thing. Right, it is time for war then. So, let's go ahead. No! Still no? I think next turn, maybe? I had been thinking that would be working out this turn. But apparently it isn't. By the way, this is an interesting setup there. Right, come on. Okay, now we can do that, so that's great. Propeller researched. Lovely. now we're going to go into computing. Okay, that's fine. Biblos, you did build the airport there, right? We do have an airplane somewhere over here. There. Can you be moved over here? No, it seems to be too far. Can we build an aerodrome here? No, we cannot indirectly build that. That's a shame. It really is. We have quite a couple of scientists here, so let's build that up. Don't think we have that many research quarters, but we're going to build that still. Kerma, you did finish the nuclear stuff there. So let's actually check that out too. So your range is again 36, right? I'm not sure whether we will be able to strike over there. Seems a little bit far, but I suppose it's not too bad. Right, money on harbour. Ongoing trade, we don't have that. Oh, we actually need tech quarters for that. Interesting. Right, and then McKinney, harbours, science per researchers. We don't have them, and we're not going to get them soon. Babylon. We don't have traders, but we do have a little bit of naval stuff at least. Whale fishing. I think whale fishing will lead to the events, which we can use to milk us and milk and get into some directions. Right. What's this event then? Osmosis. Communal land. Food per number of attached territories. Can we check that out, please? So, communal lands is land rights, right? Communal land would move us closer towards collectivism. So, less money, more stability, more food. Well, I would very much love to get this instead, because we do have a lot of money and we don't have influence. So, in this case, we're actually going to say no. We're going to refuse. Biblos is starting to... stability is still looking pretty strong, so that's fine. With that being said, here we go. Surprise war. It's not a big surprise to anyone, to be quite honest, but still. Right. Can we now set you off to nuke someone? We can. Let's do it. Well, maybe not. So... this would be a valid tile. How does it look if we start over here? So, you there. You, sir. Yeah, okay. These are valid tiles. So that's fine. So let's check them out. That's a thermonuclear device and this is a normal nuclear device. So this has lower range. We can hit these guys. I suppose we can hit them because we can see them. We can't see all of the other things here though. So let's actually check that out and see if we were to get a submarine and move that a little bit closer, can we hit it now? Well, we can actually hit a couple of these spots, but I'm not really sure why we can hit some of them and why we can, for example, not hit Harappa itself. Is it do something with the line of sight here? Still can't hit it. Still can't hit it there. Right, can you guys move up closer? Do shield your eyes. You'll be fine, honestly. Honestly, there's no danger involved in this. Just stand a little bit closer to this and document what you see. Okay, now we can. Harappa is their capital, so I think it deserves a proper nuke. That actually would put you in danger as well. So, how about we start with the nuclear missile on this over here. I think it's going to take a turn to actually make its impact. Which is fine. Ah, and this can only target a single spot every turn. Okay. Alright, okay, I get it. Right, still. Can we target this at all if we were to get eyes on it? Let's bring forward one of our tanks. Okay, at least now we're seeing the city. At least I think we are seeing the city. Now we should definitely see it, right? We are pretty close to it at this point. It still seems to be shrouded in the fog of war. I don't think we have the range. And you guys, you can move over there, but you can't move over here. And we can't bomb anything. Okay, that's too bad. Right, so I think we should potentially call it a day here. You guys are building the tech park. Can I actually get you to build more nukes instead? It's gonna take some turns, but I think 2 turns are fine. So you guys all stay where you are. And then we're going to end the turn and see what's going to happen over here. Nice. Come on. Wow. Wow. And computing research. One of these news is slightly bigger than the other one. We also have an osmosis event. Jesus, the you're gone? You're completely gone? Wow. Well, that is certainly excessive. Okay, Assyrian is still not in view here. So, can you walk through this nuclear wasteland? You could, but... Okay, can you guys move down here? You could. How about you guys? Okay, can I get one of you to split off and come down here however you want? Ha, this is annoying. Too many tile blockers here. Right, now obviously the big thing here is we're going to nuke this. Oh, and we can directly send the nuke now? No, it was just focused on that. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that's a thermonuclear device. Right, Kerma, you've finished your seafood thing. That's kind of nice, but honestly not really that required. Science here for pollution. I don't think that's the area where we want to do that, but some seafood is gonna be acceptable. Mass entertainment is gonna be done next turn too. That's lovely. Making any money? Yeah, well, we can get some more people to do stuff. Yeah, other than that, you're going to be fine. Babylon, science, you should be doing the supercomputer lab. Napta, you guys should be... You know what? Let's support the Mars colony. It's going to take a couple of turns. And otherwise, you know what? Let's do with the radar dish. I just want to do it for fun, you know. Latusha, yeah, seafood. And yeah, let's build more science here. Northall's definitively science city. Plus 10% science. That's actually pretty nice. And we should also get that in our sewer. Yeah, the symposium is kind of okay, but there's going to be the larger impact here. We can actually buy that potentially. Civics, criminal slaves. Sure, that's enacted. I would have loved to get the other one, because that gives us a bonus from ransacking. But apparently that was not possible. Right, okay, you guys, let's just be very blunt about this. I want to get to Assyrian. So I want to get eyes on this. Can we pretty please get eyes on that? Because I really don't know whether it's still, I don't know, whether this is in range or not. See, Sierra's is. We'll just need to get proper eyes on this for fun. It's really annoying that we don't have that. Well, let's walk you over here. Look at these wastelands. This is completely gone. Everything here is completely gone. How can you be so shrouded in mystery? You're going to stay where you are. And you guys, I suppose, can ransack some of these places. Let's do move you guys up. Oh, we should also have a lot more spaces in our army now, right? Yeah, we do. So that's actually great. We can now fill in some of these guys over here. Let's do that. 6. We can actually do 7. We can actually do 7. Sometimes the game, I don't really know why sometimes it does that. Yeah, let's just move everyone up. You have been programmed to attack anyway, so that is lovely. You're going to be building the thermonuclear device. Let's do buy it anyway, and then see what we're going to do with that. Right, you guys just stay where you are for now. Right, and then here we go. And the turn. And get... Don't know much about history. Capital punishment. Yeah. That doesn't look like a thermonuclear device. It looks more like a traditional one. But fine. Mass entertainment researched. And I think these guys are pretty much or nearly gone. Not entirely, but very nearly. They've been nuked to oblivion. Notice, I think we did lose some units here. Because I seem to remember we had someone standing there who's obviously pretty much gone. Let's walk through these wastelands. Jesus. There's really nothing left here. Nothing at all. Wow. That used to be their capital. Right, now, here's then the last question. Do we finally have ice on that? That would be fantastic. So, if that's the case, can we pretty much please nuke it? Well, we can nuke Safaharan, which I am going to appreciate. So, let's actually move over here, and then we can try to attack that city here properly, right? Let's use these tanks. We're going to assault them, of course. We're going to do the manual battle. It's probably going to be one of the last ones here. And the deployment. And then you can shoot. Shoot. Move in. Shoot. Move. Shoot. Everyone's now going to attack this guy, who's standing on the river tile, but everyone else will need to be coming in from a river tile too. They are gone now. That's lovely. You guys... start making your way over here, or in fact do attack them like such. Do the assault, manual battle. Place all of these tanks somewhat sensibly there. Bam. 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 Nice. Another quick victory here. How's your war support looking? Actually pretty high. We'll see about that though, my friend. We will see about that. They're trying to run away. Let's try to go after them then. Do they have other places? Not really. So this is really the only place. Victory there, of course, as we thought. What are we going to research? Can go for a lot of things. A lot of things are actually free at this point, which is kind of fun. But I think the most important ones are probably, I mean, there's not that much that's really remaining here. But just for the sake of it, let's go for these two things. Coma, let's also not build the Mars colony. I think we do want to go for a wipeout victory here. So, why not the museum? I think that's appropriate. McKinney, do you have the museum? Yeah, science per population still sounds good, even though you're not science focused. Babylon, do the same thing. Norsos, you certainly do this. We can't build there because we don't have enough commons quarters. Interesting. Right, let's do build one over there. I don't think this is going to be that relevant, but let's do build up a couple of commons quarters here. So that at that point we'll be able to build the other thing. Right, you guys are fine over here. Let's just skip you. You're going to be stationed over here. Station you there. And then let's end the turn. There we go. Next nuke being launched. Chip, 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 chip. It doesn't actually fit on the same screen over here. I'm hoping that that doesn't screw up the game. Well, it did certainly... Ooh, there we go. It did certainly didn't help there. Osmosis event. Gave you a bonus. Breakthrough. 4,000. That does give us automation. Lovely. Nice. That's actually super good. So these guys should be... Their war support is pretty high, but it should collapse now. So that's fun. Shall we go for this composite armor? We can also try to go for free trade agreement. Yeah, let's go for free trade agreement. Kerma, I don't want you to be building that. I do potentially want you to build all of these things. Please and thank you. You're going to be building them pretty fast. But anyway, let's do prioritize the industrial production over everything else. Mikane, you too should be building some of these things, right? You're mostly focused on money, but some more food and industry is always going to be good. Plus industry on stuff producing industry and more workers. Yeah, sure, we're going to take that. Not that we're going to be able to actually build a lot of these things, but still. Interestingly enough, you also don't have enough commons quarters, but let's focus on the industrial stuff here first. Hattusha, money city, but again, industry first, and then the entertainment actually. Yeah, that should work out well. And here we go. So we've got all of these tanks. We've got all of these guys ready. I think the enemy is going to surrender next turn. And I don't think they have any units left. So they must be feeling pretty sullen at this point. And I think that once we end this turn... Free trade agreement research. Yeah, lovely, I guess. Population down. How are you feeling? Your war support is still not 0. Curiously enough. Well, that's fine. Let's go for exoskeleton then. Human revolution. So, chance of unexpected outcomes. A vision hailing from the techno-science hub of Babylon is calling for a new era of enhanced humanity. So this is transhumanity. With advantage in robotics, so we could go for world leaders. We could go for legislating that, or we can prohibit this. Let's go for this one, because I like the chance of unexpected outcomes here. It's really kind of fun, isn't it? Right, you guys do continue with your nuclear things. I just like them. I fancy more nuclear missiles and they are in range, so yeah, sure, we're going to take them. Let's build all of this stuff here. I'm going to be a little bit fast about this. And we're going to end the turn. Oh, we do have a lot of influence there. We completed the intercontinental mission. World deed accomplished. Close to victory in the war. Did someone build out the science thing? Accidentally. I think they did. I think they did, and I think you do surrender here. So let's ask for all of these cities. Force the surrender here. And I don't think you know that yet, but you're done for. The Red Planet. A vision hauling from the city of Babylon. With advantage, what is your response? I guess we can confirm that. And then with the Unchained Reaction. The recent construction of the nuclear power plant in the city of Hattusha brought a great deal of pride to the local population. However, a senior engineer on the project has turned whistleblower and insists that the plant has serious faults and must be shut down while thorough repairs are undertaken. Other engineers rubbish their claims as attention-seeking nonsense. How will you handle this change? We could pay. Doesn't really matter that much. We could review that. Overloaded, or we could disregard that with unexpected consequences. I think it's gonna be fun to disregard that. We are the Soviet Union. Of course we are gonna completely disregard any advice our people gave us on this. Why wouldn't we? What could possibly go wrong? We are the pinnacle of Soviet engineering. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Right, so... Oh, look at that. They have another city there. Well, that's a bummer. And we can't declare war here immediately. Well, okay, in that case we need to move out of here, but we're going to be around, so do burn this down. And we'll be sure to intercept any place that these guys would turn to get out of here. We can't really have that. Oh, no. Someone, you. Burn down Esafon. Esafon, build anything. Doesn't matter. You're not going to be finishing. You're not going to be finished doing that. Right. Station. 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 I think I'm going to just go ahead a little bit here. And go to the point where we are actually going to be able to finally declare the last war on these guys, which I think is going to be in 10 turns. So I'm going to put in a small cut here, and then you guys can revisit me on the last turn. And here's just a small interlude while we were waiting for the for the end game, and that is the Unchained Reaction. It's actually a good event. I'm not sure whether that's by design, whether that's in 100% of the cases, but it's certainly fun to see that we are going to get a good outcome from that. So that I thought was kind of funny. We are still a little bit away from here, so that's going to be a small another jump cut here. And here's another interesting part of the event chain, where the human revolution, so the bionic things, start to get a little bit out of control. Now, we could interfere or we could auto-regulate. I do like the auto-regulate a little bit more, just having the rich be doing that. But this one says unexpected consequences, and this one says bad consequences. I don't mind bad consequences, I would like to find them out, but I do like the idea of unexpected consequences a little bit more. So yeah, let's check out whether that is going to be, and you guys can rejoin me in a moment. So finally here we are. We can finally declare war on the Persians. It did take a couple of turns. I had to actually reduce our science output because I was afraid that we would be getting all of the science points before that. Nevertheless, let's declare the war. Now, I would love to nuke these guys out of existence, but I did try that 2 times now, and both times the game froze on me because I think it does have some problems when you nuke the last available city. So, you know what, instead let's do the traditional attack here with our tanks. We're going to assault right away. We're going to do, of course, the manual battle over here for the last things. And really, honestly, these guys should not be in the front line here at all. I mean, yeah, it was fun to have these horses, and it was fun to have the cavalry around for the entire game, including the Hittite riders. So that was kind of fun, wasn't it? But yeah, our tanks really are what is counting at this day and age. So yeah, we're going to use them in the front lines as such. And the deployment here, you guys are sitting all around. We are going to start simply smashing you and shooting at you like there's no tomorrow. which should be hopefully doing exactly what we anticipate it to be doing. And killing all of their units in one go, hopefully. Yes, indeed. There's the victory on these guys. Down here, we can just smash them. They just had a single unit here. We're going to go for an instant resolution there. No need to drag that out. So, stand by here, end the turn. That should potentially get you to... You're at 0 war score, right? So you really should be dying now. But Jesus, the turn is still pending. So that is a bad sign. I think these guys will be gone. Let's do a quick save here and a quick load. Quick save, quick load. Why is the turn pending? Mutinous. Yeah, we know it's mutinous. You're defined. We just did conquer you. That's alright though. That's what we expected. Okay, let's save the turn. Let's load the turn. And see whether we can help this out. I'm afraid it somehow will not work. Because normally you can do that by quick saving once the game gets hooked up like that. Come on, come on. I know you can do it. I trust you. Don't let me hanging now, game. Civil engineering research, naval air strategy. Do we have the city now or do we not have the city? Yeah, we do have them, so that's great. Right, in that case, let's wait with all of you guys. I think it's just a question for them to surrender, isn't it? Do they have any naval units? I don't think they do. They could have some of these annoying stealthy units. Lots of cities building stuff. Let's continue to build stuff in most of our cities. We're just going to do individual things here. No need to drag that out again. Because come on, just a wall. Just anything. Anything at all. We do have dragoons now, and some of these more modern units. Yeah, it's fantastic. We really didn't pay attention to that, honestly. So, that's alright, I suppose. Because I want to get to the end game. And the turn here. Right. Yes. For surrender. You're gone. Close to victory in the war. We just finished the war, dear game. Yeah. And we're very, very close to actually getting all technologies here. So that's a bit of a bummer, if that was to happen. So let's try to avoid that. That would be a weird way to end the this militarist run. Just by doing that. Right, come on. Come on now. Just anything. I just think we really do need to hit the end turn button here one more time. Anything. Even more cities? Just how much stuff are we having here? Honestly, this city is going to be burned anyway. So, let's not overdo that. I don't see anywhere where they could be having another city, right? So I think they're gone now. They just don't know it yet. Covered ops. Persians have fallen. Acknowledge. Al-Lami. Isn't that endgame? Let's go for the 3-masted ship. If we don't have that yet. Human Revolution number 3. Oh, that's interesting. So, by controlling the market, the scope of the enhancement might not have been as radical as some might have dreamed, but it did ensure that the population did not become fractured. All of the people enjoy access to many life-changing enhancements. We're gonna get 100 fame and celebrating. That's lovely and good, but the most important thing that I do care about is... No, fine, let's... Ah! Let's put anything here, really. Come on. Just build stuff. Actually, can you automate that? I wonder. whether you could. Too late to find out now. We do want to end the turn and see whether... Remaster strip research. End of our journey. This is your last turn. All empires have been vassalized. You will be remembered as this serious strategy game, a mythical ruler of the Soviets. And we'll actually need to research the laser here in the last turn. So that's fun. You're going to be stationed here. You guys just come on. Just jump here, do all of these things, and then we are going to be ready. You can actually build a couple of other units here. Never really had these units, so why not end the game? Here we go. This is the end of our journey. Oh, I wish we had the narrator. Can we still enact the narrator? No. Oh, it would have been lovely to get a narration here. Well, we don't have that. So, here we go. This is us. 14,000 influence on this run here. Bass area was actually the contemporaneous area. That's interesting to see. Let's actually take a look at this. So, as the nomadic tribe, we were pretty much focused on growth. That's fine. Ancient area, that was a little bit more balanced, a little bit more sciencey, but also militarist. With a Goth, I think that was really where we did start out to get a lot of kills. Medieval, yeah, still our Gothic guys were doing pretty fine. Yeah, we're gaining a lot of militarist stars. Also agrarian, because we had that early bonus there. Let's take a look at the early modern with the Spanish. Yes, of course, that was really great. Lots of killed units here. That was when we did invade the Aztecs. As the Germans, we did kill a couple of units and were pretty much easily done with the British. So that was an easy victory here. And then as the Soviets, we really did a lot of things. But that was mostly because that was the longest age and we didn't need to advance to anything else. So I guess that's fine. I don't think we need to look at these players here. Let's briefly check them out. So Edgar Wall's Ancient. Can I check that? Her weapons? No. You know what? We're going to skip this player here. And we are going to take a look at the situation for us. So Fame, yeah, that was a rise here. But what I really would like to see is our number of units. So yeah, this I think was the big change here when we did build all of the Gothic units. That was the biggest change. And then we were stable for quite a while as we were gathering in the industry. Because these things only cost 80 industry. And these over here, that was potentially, I think, the... I'm not entirely sure. This might also be our conquistadors. It did take a while for these to be built up. And ultimately we did also build a number of tanks. So I'm thinking this is the Soviet development here with the tanks, and this is the conquistadors, and this is all of the riders here. But you can see there were units here, especially the Aztecs. They were superior to us when we were fighting them, and that really did hurt us a couple of times. You can see we did lose a number of units here, but this here is their downfall, and that is pretty nice. Also, these guys never really stood a chance here. Let's just briefly check out a couple of things here. You can see we did take a moment here in our science, because otherwise we would have had a science victory, which I never really had. Money, yeah, that is just going up as you would think. All of this does look pretty exponential, except for the trade. Yeah, we did kill off all of our trading partners. Influence, yeah, we were struggling with the influence, and you can see how the the environmental crisis did impact that by quite a bit. So that was coming down, and we really needed to caution off the environmental impact. Otherwise, we would not have had anything over here. And then in the last couple of turns, as we were getting the newest technologies, that was kind of working out for us. Anything else here that does make sense? Does make some sense to look at? Money, science, influence, stability. I think we had most of the things here. Stability looking a little bit odd. Population, just a nice exponential growth. Bit of a slower point here at some stages, but yeah, really population growth, really nice and exponential. So yeah, that being said, I think this is a good place to end this game. Thank you very much for watching and being through, rendering your support throughout. I very much appreciated your comments. Let me know what you would like to see next. And apologies for the long episode here, but I did want to end this with you. So, see you around, guys. Bye-bye.